Hello YouTube and welcome to Teach Me TF2, or crap, this is the second time in a row that I've done this. Welcome to Sorry We're So Shite, Teach Me TF2 edition. Today I am here with the wonderful, beautiful, amazing, gorgeous, stunning Fernosity. Say hello.
Hello.
Okay, you were a bit late to the punch there. You're getting 30 lashes for that. Meet me in my office afterwards.
Sorry.
Anyways, today we are looking at the soldier class. The soldier class being one of the most straightforward classes of this game. Essentially, he uses a rocket launcher to basically jump around the map everywhere. He has, you know, he just packs a punch all the time. That's his main strength, just his incredible offensive output. That is the soldier. That is what he does, and he's very straightforward. So there's not much to talk about with him. So let's just boil it on down to the numbers and the stats and all that, which are... Oh, okay. So for the stats, he has 200 health with a 300 health overheal, and he runs at 80% run speed, 80% of the Pyro Engineer, Sniper, and Spy. As for his weapons, he uses rocket launchers for his primary slot. These allow him to... These basically allow him to shoot various rockets with high damage outputs and splash damage, and they also knock people back. Mostly, there are some very few variations on these, but the rocket launcher, it does it all. This is the soldier's definitive weapon, just like all the other classes' definitive weapon is their primary, except for maybe the Spy, even though he doesn't. But anyways, for a secondary weapon, he has shotguns, he has backpacks, and he has boots. The shotguns, you know,
Basically don't do much for him.
Yeah, they're just shooty things, less powerful shooty things than the rocket launcher. It's slightly faster. So if you hit someone, if you knock someone into the air and then you switch your weapon fast enough and you shoot them while they're in the air, there's nothing they can do. But that takes a bit of skill, and you know, that's assuming way too much of you. Anyways,
hey.
As for the backpacks, each backpack runs on a rage system, where as you do damage to various enemies and all the like, your rage meter builds up, and then once it fills up, you can switch to your backpack weapon, blow your horn, and then you give yourself and everyone around you a certain buff. The buff banner gives your entire team mini crits. The battalion's backup gives them harder armor. It lets them take less damage, and the Conqueror's whatever, I have no idea what that does. I'm sorry. As for his tertiary weapons, he has various digging tools like shovels and pickaxes and stuff. They're all pretty much equally crappy. So aside from maybe the market gardener, but that's so situational, and it takes so much skill that it's going to take a lot of practice to be effective with that weapon, and it's going to be based on the environment around you. Anyways, moving on to the strengths. As we have said before, there's not much to the soldier. He's a very, very straightforward class. For his first strength, he's the second bulkiest class out of them all. He's got the second highest health out of any of them. Along with his bulkiness, he has an incredibly high damage output. He deals 40-50 damage, almost guaranteed each hit, if he's within like 40 feet of the target. If he's further than that, he deals like 23 still, which is a lot more than other classes. And with them being rockets, with the one exception of the direct hit, they all have splash damage, which also knock their enemies back and into the air and all that stuff. So basically, you shoot a rocket into a crowd of 3 or 4 people, and all of them are going to get hit by that, and they're going to be hit by a lot for a lot of damage, especially if they're very close to the blast radius. And because of the splash damage that and the knockback that these weapons bring with them, the soldier has the unique ability, and this is his greatest strength because it makes him the most mobile class. His greatest strength is rocket jumping, and the tutorial for that is right here. So I see a lot of rocket jumping tutorials on YouTube all the time. They take like 10 minutes or so because they oversaturate everything, and they talk about everything for too long. Essentially all it is you jump, crouch, and fire all in very quick succession. That's it. And you crouch while you're jumping because crouch jumping makes you go a little higher than normal, and you get that little extra boost. If you do it in quick enough succession, you can actually make really great distances, like from there to there. And the only reason why I made that was because I was crouching, and basically I was curled up into a cannonball, and I got that little extra distance between my feet and the ground. Another thing that you will want to do to increase distance is A, you want to let go of the W key, and B, you want to aim not only down but to the right as well, and a little bit behind you actually, as I am doing right here. And just understand that it's just going to take a lot of practice to get used to. You're not going to be a master rocket jumper your first try or anything like that. Just keep working at it, and just apply what I've taught you just now into your regimen, I guess, and you'll be a master rocket jumper in no time. I'm still having trouble with it, so don't worry about it. Anyways, back to the weaknesses now. The soldier, for his bulkiness, he suffers the same curse as the heavy being the one with the highest health and the lowest speed. The soldier, second highest health, second lowest speed, run speed. So he runs very slowly. Along with that, rockets take a very, very, very long time to reach their target, and you're prone to miss a lot with the soldier, because your projectiles are so slow moving, and you basically have to plan ahead each time you attack. And along with that, rockets, with their blast radius and everything, they inflict damage on this. They inflict damage on you. If you're within proximity of the blast radius that you fire on an enemy, you get hit by that, and you get hit by that much damage, and that's just no fun.
No, not really.
Yeah. As for the strategies for the soldier, essentially, one of the biggest things that you really want to do as a soldier is you want to get to higher ground.
And how you do that? Rocket jump.
Well, rocket jumping is one way, but
if you want to get there.
But if you're not very good at rocket jumping, just get to higher ground. Just get onto a platform that's above people. If you're firing rockets on people from above, it can be incredibly devastating, because it's a lot harder to dodge something that's coming straight down at you than it is to dodge something that's coming you can see it coming, essentially. You can't see anything from above you coming until it's too late.
Yeah, that just kind of sucks.
Yeah. As for the difficulty with aiming, because it is kind of hard to aim where people are with the rocket, especially, it's very hard to fight scouts because they're so quickly moving, and by the time your rocket reaches they're already long gone by the time your rocket reaches its destination. So
the best guaranteed way for hitting your target is aiming for their feet.
Yeah, it basically does the same amount of damage, and it also ensures that they will most likely get hit by that. It's kind of hard to explain, but it's along the same concept of attacking from above, and it also has the added benefit of having the possibility of knocking them up into the air, which you can then shoot them with a rocket launcher if you're good enough, or you can then shoot them with a rocket if you're good enough, or you can whip out your shotgun and shoot them that way to death. And you know, this goes hand in hand with that. Predict your enemy's movements. If an enemy is moving in one direction and they look like they're going to be turning in another direction, shoot to where they're going. Shoot to where, you know, just shoot where you think that the enemy will be going, and hopefully you'll hit. If not, it's not the end of the world. One last strategy that I'd like to touch on for the soldier class, and this is going to sound weird considering what I'm about to say for strategies against the soldier class. Essentially, you want to be in wide open spaces so you can rocket jump around everywhere. If you're not good at rocket jumping, then stick to enclosed corridors so that you don't have to worry about hitting people. But if you're going to be rocket jumping all around, you want to be in wide open areas so you have the space to rocket jump. And this allows you to get to very high places very, very quickly. This allows you to move around incredibly fast, gives you such high mobility, it's insane. And really, the only reason why you wouldn't want to be in a wide open area, actually what I want to say about the wide open area is, if you don't have any enemies around, find wide open areas to get around quicker to where you need to go. That's the main strategy for the wide open areas, I should say. But even if there are enemies there, you want to still find wide open areas so you can attack them from above their heads, because no one's looking up there. No one's looking up there when they have a sentry just pelting them with bullets and rockets and everything. And all the while you're just up there and you're falling towards them, firing rockets at them, and boom, they're done for. It's a, you know, it's a pretty solid strategy, I say, personally. But again, this is kind of situational. It depends on whether or not you can rocket jump and rocket jump effectively. As for the strategies against soldiers, again, soldier is the most straightforward class. Just step out of the way of his rockets. They're slow moving enough. Look to the skies, because that's where a lot of soldiers are going, especially if they can rocket jump. They're usually in the sky firing rockets down on you. So, and that's no fun for everyone else. It's really fun as a soldier.
Well, except if you're like a pyro and you're really good and you can just air blast his rockets back at him.
Yeah, that's actually one of the strategies against the soldier. And along with the stepping out of the way, just move around so it's hard for the soldier to aim at your feet, because your feet are constantly moving. And I know that's kind of hard, but also be in wide open corridors against the soldier, because it's very hard for the soldier to hit you if you're in a wide open corridor. It's a lot easier when you're in a narrow corridor and you're basically like it's a lot easier when you're basically in a hallway and the soldier doesn't even have to aim at your feet. He can just shoot you out of the air, because where else can you go, basically?
Yeah.
Yeah. And just for the team aspect, if you have an enemy soldier or whatever and he's wrecking your crap all the time, spread out. You know, because of the splash damage, the rocket's going to damage you all if you're standing in a crowd, so it's not advisable, really. And that's really all there is to the soldier. Just the way that you can play as him or against him. Strengths,
the soldier's
weaknesses.
Pretty straightforward, so
yeah. So there's not really much to talk about him. He is my best class because I'm so simple. Aside from that, though, again, not much to talk about. So I'd like to thank you for watching this video. I know it's been kind of short and very rushed, but again, I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you have some sort of critique for it. Any ways we can improve this, change it, anything to cut out, anything like that would help greatly.
just so you know, we're not gonna take any of that into consideration. So goodbye.
Yeah,
Just
goodbye
leave.
and piss
Just
off.
leave.
Yeah, no, you're crappy, YouTube. I hate
Just
you.
kidding. Love you.
No, he doesn't. He's kidding about the kidding part. Piss off.